Yo, people, we are Disciples, and right now you're watching Toasted, and I like my toast id.
Thank you very much. Disciples, welcome to Hilversum of all places.
Thank you for having us.
That was a good intro, man.
Well, thank you for having me, because this is your HQ, right? I mean, we're at Warner Music HQ. Talking about this, of course, I did some looking around in your bios and whatever you guys did. I read that the first record deal you actually made was worth £1, and the second was even worth more than that.
Exactly, and guess what? We actually never got that £1.
You never did?
No.
So what happened? What was that about?
Never recouped.
No. No, basically, we signed for no money because we were terrible. No, that's not No, we signed based on them putting money into the marketing and promotion rather than just giving us money to put in our pocket. So our first deal was with a company called New State, who put out our first EP called Remedy. And that did really well, and that gained the attraction of a bigger company, Warner, which is actually where we are today.
Yeah, sweet. Hey, things are really picking up for you guys. For those who don't know you yet, of course, everybody knows How Deep Is Your Love with the Kelvin Harris thing. More about that later. When did you guys start off, and where did you guys start off? Are you guys a London-based trio, always from London?
Yeah, all of us are born and brought up in London. We've been doing Disciples now for about, what is it, like 5 years now? Like 2012, I think it was, where we first kind of started working together. We initially were just going to work on like each other's individual artist projects in the studio because we had quite a good vibe. And after doing that a few times, it literally organically just became like, why don't we just make this an actual thing, actual band and actual group, and just release through Disciples. And I guess since that point, we kind of haven't looked back.
It's interesting that you name it a group, because you are known as a production trio, which made me think that actually producers are the new heroes. You know, back in the 70s, the band were the heroes, and then you have producers to make the sound. Then years and years and years, decades later, you had the DJs who were playing music that other people made. And now you have to be a producer to do basically anything.
Very true, and you hit the nail on the head. The producers are now the rock stars.
How does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels really good. Yeah, because you get to make the music and then test it out at shows and then find out what works, find out what doesn't work. It's more interactive today. So people, you know, you can look on people's faces if they really like a drop or if they really like a vocal part. You know, it's more immediate now.
The interactive part, which is also interesting, is the fact that you guys landed in Amsterdam yesterday. First thing I saw on Twitter was, yay, we landed in Amsterdam. Somebody has a good idea about a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And actually somebody gave an answer as well.
They did.
Did you go there?
Not to that one, but we did experience a shop of sorts.
Did you go to Amsterdam before? Was this the first time?
I think individually we've been here. Have we been here together as Disciples?
No, this is our first time as Disciples.
Yeah.
No, we have performed at a festival a little while back.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one it was now.
Frankie Rosato's
Yeah,
festival.
Frankie Rosado.
Yeah.
We were kind of in and out. So we didn't get much of a chance to kind of experience the city. So this is the first time.
What do you think of it?
Amazing. We love the vibe here.
Yeah.
Small town compared to London, of course.
I know, but I was just talking to management earlier, thinking about doing some more writing here for our album of some sort. Yeah, because the vibe is just, even though it's smaller than London, there's something different about here. It's just cool, chilled, relaxed. Everyone's like that place we were at yesterday. We were eating some of the best food in the world, and then they were playing hip hop beats in the background as well. And then, I mean loud, like proper, and everyone was singing along. So it's like,
wow,
I love that.
Where did you go actually?
Where was that? Maria, do you know where that was? That place yesterday? Cannibal Royale, yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
Hey, hip hop is a big influence on you guys, right? Because I saw way back on Instagram, you posted a picture of Dre's album. Except for Dre, who else is an influence on you guys, music-wise?
It's a broad range of influences over here.
Yeah.
Hip hop is definitely, I think, something that influences all three of us. But even going back to like Motown stuff, reggae stuff, I think is in our roots as well. And a lot of like, I guess from the house side of things, there's the old 90s stuff as well as like new progressive and tech house and techno. It's kind of all over the shop, all merged into one. And then once in a while you get a Disciple single.
You can't complain about that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, the Calvin Harris thing. Of course, everybody knows that track. I don't think a lot of people realize it. It's basically you guys. So let me get this story straight. Is it you made this track? Nobody else saw anything in it, and then Calvin Harris picked it up. It started to collab, and suddenly it became a hit. So, am I correct if I say this is an A&R fuck up on the record labels?
I don't know how to answer this without getting in trouble or pissing anyone else off. No, what happened was, so we had the record. Our A&Rs did like it, but they wanted to change some things, and we just looked at them like, you're crazy, like, what are you talking about? And then Calvin heard it, and he was like, guys, this is...
We're not going to change it.
No, I don't change anything. And then he just made it better. Like it was at 70%. He added that extra 30, like beefed up the kick, made it more radio friendly, did an amazing mix for it, and it is what it is today. But we would never have taken Ina off the record, but that was one of the A&R fuck ups, as you put it.
Holy shit, that is really weird. Hey, because that vocal track was a one-take wonder, right? I mean, it was like one-take demo, that's it, done.
It actually was, yeah. We didn't change anything after that. She didn't even come back in and do more. It's just like the magic was there.
I guess she did send you a postcard, like thanks for the opportunity, right?
No, I mean her thanks was we got to perform it at Jimmy Fallon in New York. Yeah.
No way.
First ever live TV performance of that record. First and only, actually. Wow. Of that record, yeah. And there's a massive stage to do it on.
So was that? I mean, Jesus, out of the blue, going to Jimmy Fallon in New York, nerve-wracking, probably.
That was us, Calvin and Ina, all on stage together. That was Calvin Harris's first live TV performance.
Yeah.
So we was a part of that.
Shitloads of fun, probably.
And that just sounds mad.
Just saying that, yeah, it sounds crazy. It was real fun, and New York is just a vibrant place, like Amsterdam is, you know. So we had a lot of fun, and
any nerves whatsoever? I mean, that must have been like.
Yeah.
There were a few, but I think we had a rehearsal with Kelvin actually the day before, and he kind of settled us down. So yeah, he's such a genius, and whatever he says is like, you know, you listen to him, and that kind of calms you. So. Yeah.
So after that, I mean, that song was of course massive. I mean, I checked out where it was #1. The weirdest countries on the planet, like, you know, probably some countries that you never heard about, like you're #1 there. That must have been awesome and weird.
It was insane, crazy. Like to kind of, we you know what it is. We all loved the song, but we never expected it to kind of connect the way that it did. Even like the whole process of it, starting off as a Disciple song and then Calvin getting involved, and we didn't even know whilst we were making it with him whether it would be a Disciple song or a Calvin tune, or we would give it to someone else, and the kind of stars just aligned, you know. Calvin's positioning at that time in his career, our positioning, so I think that's what gave it the kind of global standpoint that it has. So it's been amazing for us.
Hey, of course, How Deep Is Your Love is also a song by the Bee Gees. I don't know if you were aware of it, but the first time I saw it in the tracks, I was like, hey, this is a Bee Gees track. And then I listened to it like, no.
Yeah, I know. We got a lot of comparisons, mainly from older people.
The track is completely different. Yeah, I'm older people as well. I grant that. Thank you very much.
But very handsome, so yeah, at least you have that on your side.
There you go.
Yeah.
But are the Bee Gees anything you actually listened to? Was it an inspiration at all, or did you guys just think of the lyrics?
Not one little bit. Love the Bee Gees, but for this record, we actually listened to other things like Everything But the Girl.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, people like that. So like old 90s house, you know, progressive driving records and just beautiful melodies was our muse for this.
Hey, of course, we're right next to Spinning Records, which is also a record label from Holland.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
My next question was, do you know them?
Yeah, definitely.
So of course, Dutch dance is a massive industry. They're very influential across the world. Basically, I don't think anyone in Holland ever expected that a Dutch DJ would become so big. Now we have plenty. How come do you think that happened?
Well, I knew because I've spent many years here working with different people from about 10 years ago, and I saw the rise. The Dutch producers are some of the best technically in the world, from my experience. And I've worked with Afrojack. So he flew me out here, and he was running 5 studios at the same time. And he's so technically gifted, and I could see from this was like 6 or 7 years ago now. So I'm thinking, and then you see Martin Garrix and Oliver Heldens, and I'm like, well, this was bound to happen, man. So from what I saw 10 years ago, I thought, yeah, it's bound to happen.
So where did the UK leave it actually? Because I mean, the UK used to be leading.
I just think we're like eclectic in change. Like we don't necessarily stick to one thing. We go in cycles of things. So we explore rather than dominate with perfection. Yeah.
Well said. Hey, nice video online for the making of On My Mind. You three guys behind the computer basically laying down the tracks. It looks very, like you said, organic, but I find it hard to work together with one person on anything creative, let alone three. And I mean, there must be some differences. It must be tough as well. Next fucking question.
Yeah, no, it's not. Of course, you know, everyone has their own kind of creative vision as a creative person, whether that's a musician or an artist or a painter. So it's hard to merge that together. But I think that's what makes a good chemistry of a group. Because if you don't have that connection with people, then you can't be in a group together. Yeah. So it is, of course, very hard sometimes to, find the right direction. But once we get it, we get it. The process is sometimes quite hard, but we get it in the end.
Hey, your logo is a fingerprint for now, probably. I don't know, maybe you will change it. I think it's very cool. Who made it and where did you get it?
That wasn't an idea. Oh, sorry. My God, this is what happened.
It's too early for us.
This is what happened.
Did you eat space cake before we went into the interview?
I had something last night. Yeah, that was an idea I had about 5 years ago now. I wanted Disciples to represent a movement. And I thought, what do all humans have that shows an identity? And it's your thumbprint. It's your fingerprint. So whenever you see the fingerprint anywhere, that symbolizes unity, it symbolizes a culture, it symbolizes a movement. And that's the first time we've ever actually spoke about that, so exclusive.
Thank you very much. There's a great picture of a building, I think on Instagram as well. And if you look on top of the building, it looks like a fingerprint as well.
I've seen that. I think
Was
we
it
posted something like that
is it
before.
really a building or was it photoshopped? Or?
I think it's photoshopped because I've seen that picture circulating and it doesn't look real. But if it is real,
It would have been your HQ.
yeah, exactly, 100%.
Hey, to wrap this up, guys, On My Mind, gold, 400,000 sold. Jesus.
That's crazy. That number is just madness.
Is that a lot?
I mean, for us, and this is the reason why it's such a blessing for us. Is our first single on our own, no collaboration, just our beats, our voice, our sound, and it hit gold in 5 months, and that's why it's special. Because obviously we've had bigger hits like How Deep Is Your Love and stuff, but that moment, no one can take that away from you.
Amazing. And I think also, like you actually said, I mean, of course, the biggest hit you had was a collab with Kelvin. It was your track. But in the music industry, probably a lot of people go like, well, maybe Kelvin was a big part of the success as well. So let's see what these guys can do. So there must have been some pressure for you guys.
This shuts them up. Let's just put it like that.
It does, yeah. It was a nice follow-up. And I like what we did after How Deep Is Your Love. We went back to our roots as well because we were still building in the house circuit anyway. So we released a record called Daylight, which Luke is singing on. So we continued to build rather than just try and chase the hit. So On My Mind this year came at a perfect time because we've put our footprint in the dance world now by releasing 2 EPs and playing the whole Ibiza circuit. So On My Mind this year was the right thing to do, and it feels good.
In September, a new single will be released. Can you name it yet?
Unfortunately, we can't name it. That's a secret, but it is going to be September.
That's quick, man. That's only like, I don't know, 3 weeks.
Well, I want to release like 4 or 5 times a year now instead of 3. Like, I feel like we need to give people more.
I feel like you should release an album. Maybe I'm wrong there.
You're not right.
This flirting is amazing.
No, yeah, we are looking. We're working towards an album. Actually, we're going to LA for 3 weeks in October to work on that, and we'll be finished by December, and we'll put it out within the first 5 months of next year.
Hopefully, yeah.
You still okay?
I'm still alive. yeah, I'm still alive.
Just wondering.
Yeah, just about.
So you slowly tilt over. I was like,
Yeah, when you see me like going out of the picture like this.
we'll have an extra camera for that as well. Hey guys, lots of gigs coming up, especially a lot of gigs in Ibiza. I saw there was one fun tweet about a fan that said, "Wow, we're at the same time in Ibiza when you guys are playing, but I'll be there with my kids." And one of you guys said, "Well, bring them along."
Yeah, I did. I remember that. Yeah, I mean, we can't really bring them to Amnesia, I don't think. But
I don't think so either.
But we feel like, so we play when we play festivals, and I see so many young people there. That just touches my heart. I'm like, wow, this music is for everyone. Yeah. You know, so.
Oh, bullshit.
You little cheese ball.
They're so mean.
Come on, guys, be nice.
Yeah, so that's why.
Disciples split up after the Toasted interview. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that. We'll go out and fight in a minute. That's what we do. Yeah, so we meant that metaphorically, I think. Obviously, they can't come to Amnesia. You have to be over 18.
Hey, how was the Tomorrowland gig? Was it good?
Yeah, it was amazing, man. The production at Tomorrowland is literally just on a complete another level. So it was the first time to experience that. And yeah, the crowd, as always, in this side of the world, fully up for it. So it was an amazing gig. It was great.
You said it like you're from the other side of the world.
No, but I mean, like, no, every time we come, but I am from the other side of the world. I'm global, obviously, because I'm from every corner of the world.
It actually is. You feel like you're 4 nationalities, aren't you?
Yeah, literally. So I come from everywhere.
Can we guess them?
I mean, if you can guess it,
If you guess one.
if you guess one of them, I mean,
Guess Stains.
use that like Ali G.
In it.
No, you see, it's wrong. You have 2 more guesses. Two more guesses.
Name one country.
Name one country.
You can't be
Is the UK still a country?
Don't name
UK.
that. Another one. Name another one. Where's he from?
Well, of course, Asia. I would say India.
See, you know, most people don't go straight for that, but you're not far off, but you're not on.
So what is it? Bangladesh?
You got one more guess?
You got one more.
I already said Bangladesh. That's something that nobody would ever name.
That's very true.
No, I'm half Mauritian, so it's kind of like of Indian origin, and then I'm half white Jamaican, but then born in England. So I'm just global.
Did you ever go to Jamaica, actually?
Yeah, I've been to Jamaica. Not for a little while, not for the last few years, but I'd like to go back when I have some downtime to.
I've been there as well. I was actually shocked the fact that reggae is basically not the main music scene in Jamaica, but it's like, I don't think they call it dance hall or something.
Yeah, dance hall and ragga.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They have like the weirdest shit there, like
Yes.
Lovers Rock. You go like Lovers Rock, that must be rock. No, it's not. No.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Some smooth Barris Hammond stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But that's more. I think reggae is more globally successful, and then dancehall is all about the dance moves in
The hall.
Okay, guys, to wrap this up, what are your future plans? So we have an album coming up. We have a new single in September. Shit, lots of touring.
Lots of touring. Yeah, we got a lot for the rest of the summer. We're doing a lot of festivals around the UK, around Europe, and I should think at some point next year we'll be doing some sort of like US tour as well. So there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. But I think for now we just want to keep releasing consistently our music, because it's we're still coming out of the not out of it. We released the Calvin Harris How Deep Is Your Love track. That put a lot of spotlight on us, and I think now it's time for us to prove ourselves. So on my mind is the beginning of that, and so for the next 12 months, keep your eyes peeled for what's going to happen.
Keep your ears open. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, man.
Great stuff.
Appreciate it. All good?
Yes,
I
man.
like my toast. You kill me.